Hello everybody, my name is Max. Welcome back to the studio. Today we're going to be trying out mastering a song on a tape machine, using it as an effect. The song we're going to be using comes from a local band, Tele. They're good friends of mine and they're really talented. And they wanted to see what it would sound like after a little bit of coloring. So we're going to be trying it out on the TAC A2300S today. This is a 1/4 inch 2-channel. And basically all we're going to be doing is playing the song out of Pro Tools on this laptop behind me, recording it onto some tape at a reasonable level, and then playing that tape back into a left and right channel into Pro Tools. So the tape I'm using today is used. I got it in a bargain bin, but previously with some experiments I've kind of found out that it sounds pretty good still. Probably adds a little more color than a cleaner piece of tape would. So without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, so we're here at the tape machine. I want to talk about something before we start, and that is tape compression. So you've probably heard about that before if you're interested in tape machines. It's an effect that's really desirable in that whenever you overdrive them, it will compress the signal to a certain point instead of just hard clipping like in a digital system. The problem is, especially with this system, if you overdrive it too much, it will still sound kind of awful. So there is still a fine line that we're going to try to find. And the way I think that we should go about this, and the way that I'm going to try it, is 3 separate ways. We'll do one recording onto tape where there is no overdrive. We're going to do one recording where it's just peaking a little bit. And then we're just going to slam one just to see what happens. All right. But first things first, we got to spool up the tape. So let's go ahead and do that. It's different for every machine, so I'm not going to bother talking about it. But this doesn't have little holders for the ends, so you got to use friction to hold it in place. So I'm just going to hold it with my finger here and try to very neatly loop it. Easy to make a mistake here. Just going to try to very evenly loop it in there. Give it a couple turns to hold it in place. We'll turn it on and see if we're rolling here. And we are. Like I mentioned, this is a used piece of tape, so it's not going to be the greatest quality, but that might come to our advantage. And you also want to make sure whenever you're using a tape machine that you're paying attention to your gain staging to reduce the amount of noise, because we want a little bit of noise, but we can get a lot if we don't do it right. So we want to hit it with a nice hot signal, you know, not ridiculous, but like a good signal, good strong signal. And then when we play it back, we want to make sure that we're not overdriving our input channels too much either. So in this situation, we're coming out of the tape machine into 2 channels that already have a preamp on them. So I'm going to add a little gain until it's where I want it, which is subjective, you know, of course, but not peaking and not too loud is what I'm going for. And then we're going to try to match the signal with the original recording to make sure everything sounds great. All right, one last thing before we start, I promise. We're going to set our monitor switch, if you have one, to source so that we can check what our levels are. We're going to use our line inputs on the back. We're not using our mic in, so we don't have to worry about this pot. But we have a line input here. We're going to monitor the source and set our levels first for no distortion. So I'm going to play the song from Pro Tools. It's coming out of the sound card output. I believe it's just like the main out, you know. And it's going to be going into the tape machine. And we're also going to set our time here. All right. Easy to forget. So that we know where the beginning is. So we'll hit record and play. Now the erase head is wiping what was previously on the tape, and the record head will record. And I'll hit space over here on Pro Tools and start the song. So we pay attention to our meters here. You might not be able to see them very well. We're going to go just below redlining. It's flat 0. Or as best we can do. All right. So now we're going to back it back up to 0, watching our counter here as it spins down. And we're going to stop at 0. It's a good stop. And we're just going to listen to the tape and see what it sounds like. And now I'm adjusting my output for the same range. I'm getting everything worked out with my interface here to make sure it's not going to be peaking and damaging our signal. All right, and now we can begin the real test. Let's do it.
Well, you wanted that girl since the first time she caught your eye, but she never had the time. She was always with some other guy, and she always seemed to wear them out. Oh, she's gonna wear them down. Oh, she's gonna wanna dance the night away. It's gonna take a lot of love. Hold on, everything you thought you knew is just a little taste of love. She's gonna need a new lover, and you know she's out shopping around. And the boys are all standing in line to take her out of town. Well, you know she's gonna wear them out. Still, she's all I ever think about. Ooh, yeah. How do I tell her that I'm her Mr. Right? Let's hit the town, baby. The lights are shining bright. Gonna tell that girl, tell her I need you tonight. Yeah. Oh, she's gonna dance the night away. It's gonna take a lot of love. Hold on, everything you thought you knew is just a little taste of love. Hold on, if you can, to this love. To this love. To this
And there we have it. I hope you enjoyed that as much as I did. I love working with analog tape. I think it's so much fun, and the color and vibe that it adds to anything that you throw through it is just like immediately apparent. It's just, bah, there it is, you know? Let me know what you think, though. Which one did you like the best down below? If you'd like to hear more music from Tele Starr, I'll have their channel right here. We're going to be playing together on a radio appearance pretty soon, so that's going to be dope, you know? And if you'd like to hear some of my music, check out the channel below, maybe drop me a sub, and we'll definitely get into some more analog stuff in the future. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.